Hey, it's Ryan. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm at my desk doing a little streaming, playing some video games, and I wanted to answer a question that I thought was fun. This is kind of right up my alley. Someone was asking about the cameras they used on the Netflix series Wednesday. Now, I watched Wednesday. I enjoyed it. It was even better than I expected. I'm a Tim Burton fan. I had a Tim Burton book years ago when I was younger. I really liked Tim Burton and especially his older stuff, and especially one of my favorite movies, Tim Burton's first feature-length film, which was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yes, Pee-wee Herman, when he got his bike stolen and goes on the whole adventure. If you've never seen that, it's a great movie to watch. You can see the Tim Burton-ness from the stop-motion animation that's in it. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it, but just Tim Burton style stop motion animation, the creepy weirdness mixed in with the weirdness of Pee Wee Herman, and just a great feature film, and a lot of fun meta stuff. Like there's a scene with the back lot of I think it's Warner Brothers, and they go on the Hollywood back lot, so you get to see kind of a fun series of events that happens on a movie lot. So it's just a great Tim Burton movie, and being that it's his first, you kind of get to see where all his future ideas and inspirations would come from and how they were already there in his first feature. Really good movie. Anyway, I digress, but that led me to want to watch the Netflix series Wednesday. Then, of course, because of the stuff I'm interested in and make videos about, someone asked me about what they used on Wednesday as far as cameras and equipment. Now, I wasn't there, but being a fan of Tim Burton, a fan of filmmaking, and just generally interested in that sort of thing, I thought I would make a quick video to see if we can answer that. And I think we can. Now, one thing to keep in mind is we are now, 25, 27 years into Tim Burton's feature career. We're way past Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which I think came out in 1985, maybe? 1985. I was right. So it was his feature film directing debut, Tim Burton, and Paul Rubens stars as Pee Wee Herman, who co-wrote the screenplay with the great Phil Hartman and Michael Vorhall. So yeah, so we're 37 years. So, at this point, he's a huge movie director. It's also a huge budget show for Netflix, and Netflix is kind of like the big movie house right now. So just knowing all that, you can safely assume they probably used Arri Alexa cameras, but we'll make sure. We'll look into it. But I would assume, because that's kind of industry standard for big budget stuff. And although I haven't seen a number on what Wednesday cost per episode, I do know that Stranger Things season 4, the rumor was anyway, I don't know if this is completely accurate, cost $30 million per episode. So now you've got this big TV show, limited series, whatever, again, backed by Netflix. Tim Burton is kind of a movie star director. So $30 million an episode, I mean, they may have gotten more or less than that, but it's safe to say millions and millions per episode, so a high budget. And that just lends me to further believe that this show probably was shot on Arri Alexas. They're just kind of the industry standard high budget movie camera. Now, Netflix, I think they do have some agreement or something with Red, because Red is one of the cameras that they shoot a lot of their big stuff on. I think Mindhunter, the show about the FBI and the serial killers, was shot on Red. Let me confirm that. Yeah, the 6K Dragon sensor. So they do shoot a lot of stuff on Red. But again, I would imagine a big movie director like Tim Burton would probably go with the Arri Alexas. But we'll find that out. And we'll also find out what they used for lenses. And we'll find out as much as we can. So I thought this would be a fun scavenger hunt. We could do it together. I'm glad someone asked. It's something straight up my alley. So the first thing I did is I found the official Instagram, because if you go to the Instagram of anything big like this, you can usually see behind the scenes stuff. And this is no exception. If you go to Wednesday Netflix, the Instagram account, let's bring up this first post. You can see some behind the scenes stuff. We're flipping through. Tim Burton directing, Tim Burton. Oh, and there he is, getting a look through this lens. It's an Arri Signature Series 95mm lens in that picture. That's a good indication that they used the Arri Alexa cameras, or the Alexa Mini maybe. If you're interested in these lenses, they're prime lenses. They do not zoom. This one, the 95mm, you can buy it from B&H Photo if you have $24,860. Safe to say it was a high budget operation. I'll put it up on the screen. The Arri Signature Prime 95mm. It's a T1.8, so it's a fast prime. Yeah, $24,860. Or if you'd like to pay it off in monthly payments over the year, you can pay $2,072 per month for 12 months, and the Signature Prime 95mm can be yours. There's a great indication of something that was used. Moving on, if you click on this post, there's the now famous dance scene. There's a couple looks at the camera there. Let's see if we can see what that is. I can't completely make out what that is. It's kind of obscured. That on the crane could be an Alexa Mini, although I can't say for sure that that's what's going on there. But it looks to be the right size. But again, only a few of us geeks are interested in this, so they weren't trying real hard to show the equipment. But they've got it on an overhead crane there for the dance scene. And I would assume that's maybe an Alexa Mini. Although, again, it's just my speculation. You may speculate below in the comments. If we bring up another post here, let's take a look at this. This one's actually on a large Ronin, I believe. That's what it looks like, which is a large gimbal to keep your camera smooth. And then they've got it on, you know, some sort of crane. This is the scene in the woods where Uncle Fester shows up. And again, you can't make out anything beyond the gimbal situation here. But I would assume because of the high budget and because of the Arri lenses they're using, that's probably an Alexa Mini on that shot right there. Which I know some cameras you can only rent. The Alexa Mini though, yeah. So that's another option. They may have used the large format sensor, which is the bigger sensor, usable for Super 35 and large format. So basically, what low budget mirrorless filmmakers and YouTubers would call APS-C and full frame, I do believe. Let's see what an Alexa Mini would cost though. Here's some for sale on ShareGrid. There's an Arri Alexa Mini camera package for $27,000. Was that cheaper than the lens? Or was that like about the same price? I think it was about, yeah, a little more expensive than that lens we took a look at. But here's a few for sale. Some of them more rigged out than others. $27,000 for this mini camera package. $35,000 for this PL mount basic package. $50,000 for this package here. It's got everything you might need. Local pickup in LA. This one comes with like all sorts of stuff. Very cool. It's easy to get derailed by this stuff. It's also like, don't think, well, I can never make a movie then, because of course, as I like to talk about, like you can make movies with all sorts of stuff. Today we're shooting on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K with a 20mm 1.8 lens, and it's a nice looking image, nice looking camera. And again, when you're working for a big production company, it doesn't have to be Netflix, but if you're working on a bigger production, they're going to rent this stuff from rental houses and all sorts of stuff. So, if you're a good cinematographer and you can shoot on, other cinema cameras, you can certainly shoot on an expensive cinema camera like this. Let's look on ShareGrid for an LF for sale. They're more expensive because the sensor's bigger, and yeah, there you go, $73,000 for this one. So, there are owner operators, and then there are rental packages, and if you were hired to work on a big production like this, Tim Burton didn't bring the camera or the cinematographer. I'm sure they rented this on Netflix's bill. So, all right, let's see what else we can find out. So far we know they shot on Arri Alexas. Most likely they shot on the Arri Signature Primes. I did notice some other interesting stuff. They also used DJI Ronins, so that's cool. DJI, of course, famous for their drones, but they also make some gimbals and stuff. This I thought was interesting as well. If you go to this is really crazy. This is some shots for Thing. Of course, you've got the guy in the blue suit, like a green screen suit, blue screen suit. But then it looks like they're mapping in the hand. I don't know if this is, I imagine this is some sort of motion capture or something, but they're using a ton of DSLRs. Not cinema cameras, not even mirrorless cameras. It looks like they're using, I can't see exactly what those are. They might even be Nikons. Are those Nikons? I do not shoot on DSLRs anymore. I a long time ago, during the DSLR revolution, I did shoot on a Nikon DSLR. Never shot on a Nikon again. Maybe someone recognizes those and can tell us in the comments what they are. To me, they look like some sort of Nikon DSLR, and there's a ton of them. Getting all the angles, kind of Matrix style, where they did the bullet time effect, where they used to stretch the cameras all around Keanu Reeves and everything in the Matrix. If you've never seen that, check that out. That's a fun effect. But they're doing all the angles here on this actor's hand for The Thing, Victor Dorobantu. And then if we go to this next picture here, there's one of their camera rigs getting a close up on Thing's hand. Some cool stuff. You can really see some cool behind the scenes, how they did Thing, how they shot it. Yeah, so there's a shot of an Airy. So we were right about that. Interestingly, on this camera, what's going on here? 23.976, not 24 frames a second. They're doing the old 23.976. They've got the iris at T4, 1600 ISO with a slight ND filter, 9000 Kelvin. I think we're solving this mystery rather quickly today. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what you thought about the series, and hopefully you've enjoyed this little scavenger hunt with me. Yeah, there's Victor, the guy who plays The Thing. If you check this out, now this is interesting. That is not an Airy. You know what that is? I think that's a red Komodo. They're getting a shot. They've got it on a gimbal, and I think that's a red Komodo. So they used a ton of different cameras. So that's interesting to keep in mind too. Yeah, look, they're getting a shot of Victor's hand for Thing. So to make this whole project, they used everything from the Airy main cameras, and we don't know exactly what. It looked like they had full-size Airy Alexa minis of some sort, the LF or just the regular Alexa mini. The DSLR cameras that they used for some sort of, 360 capture of Victor's hand for Thing. And then on that close-up, it looks like a red Komodo. So they used all sorts of stuff, different tools, all used in conjunction to finish the job. And that's how it goes often. Even on the no-budget feature that I recently made that I have not released yet, I used a bunch of different cameras too. And you usually lean towards one main cam. But then sometimes there's shots you can't quite get. So you use something for a crash cam, something you can stuff in a corner or stick against a wall, and different size cameras, different captures. And I've done all that with independent stuff too. So it's cool to see. I hope you enjoyed this little Wednesday scavenger hunt. Just a fun video to hopefully answer a few of your questions about big budget Netflix movies. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love answering questions, going on scavenger hunts. So hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did. I hope you're having a great year and a great day, and I appreciate you being here. So sub to the channel, come hang out with me soon. We'll do another one soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya.